Hey guys, Wels Knight here, and welcome back to another episode, or a brand new Total War Warhammer 2 series. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. We're starting a brand new campaign today, and I was originally going to make my second campaign a Mortal Empires campaign, but I think I want to wait until the Foundation update is applied for Mortal Empires. So we're actually going to do a Eye of the Vortex campaign instead, and we're going to do it as Mazdamundi. So we'll be playing as the Lizardmen, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make every episode in this series about an hour long, and that way it should take us about 20-25 episodes to get through this. So if those are coming out daily, hopefully by the time this campaign is over, Mortal Empires, the big, massive, giant campaign, will have the updates that I've wanted. We may even have our first piece of DLC to choose a faction for us. So, because Tomb Kings are expected. But anyway, that's kind of the deal. I'm thinking we're going to do a Mazdamundi campaign. We'll play on hard. I don't want to enable the campaign introduction, and I think we are good to go. So, Mazdamundi's bonuses. Minus 10 diplomatic relationships with most factions. That's kind of unfortunate. But he gets bonuses to Star Chamber buildings, rights, and he can have a Slann Mage Priest. He also gets minus 50% upkeep for Temple Guards. And he starts with the Temple Guards and a Bastillodon with a solar engine. The Lizardmen are a very fun faction. They have dinosaurs. That's all you really need to know.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures Lizardmen. The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slann, the Lizardmen fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, it was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved, but the vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slann, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Sotek hangs low in the sky. The Slann have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Look, Targrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex of the warm blood. But the full meaning cannot be deciphered. If our master will not wake, we journey to the city of the sun.
All right. There we go. So that is the opening cutscene. So I should mention, I do have 2 mods installed. In the description, I'll include the name of the 2 and a link to them on the Steam Workshop. But basically, one of them is just a faster end turn camera mod, so that when a turn ends and something is happening on the far side of the world, premonitions of corrupting evil have come across the Slann. My children, the great plan is in peril. I'll get back to my mod discussion in a second. Plaques of the old ones must be sought, for only the wisdom of our ancient forefathers can show us the way. The comet has driven the warmbloods to madness. Turn your keen eyes against those that raze our jungles and steal our relics. Their eradication must come first. We're panning over different things. Those that trespass against the great plan must suffer the consequences, my children. The will of the old ones must be fulfilled. All right. There we go. So we should be good. Okay. So, I'll talk about this in a second. So, as I said, I have 2 mods installed. One of them is like a faster end turn camera, so that when you're ending a turn and like some event happens halfway across the world where the AI is moving something, the camera doesn't go like super slow. Like by default, it pans up there very, very slowly. And this just speeds that up. Excuse me. The other one I have installed is basically a more skill points mod. So it increases the number of skill points that you will get over the course of leveling up. And it kind of tapers off. So it won't like, we're not going to get like 3 skill points per level or anything like that. It's not like super over the top like some skill point mods are, but it's going to give us, I think, about an extra like 14 skill points over the course of 40 levels. So you still won't be able to fill out absolutely everything in your skill tree, but you'll have just a little bit more to fill out a couple more things. And you kind of get more skill points early, and then it kind of falls off a little bit. So over here, we have the Skeggi. I believe this is a... Yeah, this is a Norska faction, so we can deal with them easily. Let's start upgrading some of these things. That's all level 5 stuff. We've got a gold mine. We probably want to build that right away. And what's the garrison look like here? Nothing we can't handle, I think. Yeah, we should be fine. So we'll recruit more units later. We've also got better upgrade Hexawaddle, and then capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the Skeggi. Okay, well, we're about to do that. Let's look at our technology tree. Have to build certain buildings to unlock technologies. That's easy. And I believe this is part of the same province, right? Yeah, so if I take this, and we will fight it because it's the first one, but if I take this, I should be able to recruit units afterwards while I'm garrisoned in the city. So we'll try out some of these Lizardmen units. Saurus Warriors, which are kind of like their mainline infantry, are very, very good for their cost. Temple Guards are pretty good for their cost. They perform well, but I wouldn't say they're quite as good as some of the more advanced elite infantry from other factions. I'm fine with that as a deployment amount. And then we've also got the Skink Cohort, which are kind of like my cheap fodder infantry, so to speak. Let's spread these guys out a bit. We'll put our Skink Cohort... Actually, you know what? Let's move our Skink Cohort up in front. They have javelins, so they'll be able to launch a couple volleys, but they have very low ammo. They only get 3 shots. And then I have this Bastillodon, which is essentially artillery. And Lizardmen have very, very good artillery in the fact that their artillery... Most artillery from most factions is very squishy. Like, if it ever gets into combat, you're going to have some problems. Lizardmen, not so much. Their artillery is basically mounted on dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs are still very dangerous. So we should be okay here. I want to get my Bastillodon kind of off to the flank. Also, What do we got here? Let's take a look at our Mazdamundi abilities. We've got Cold-Blooded, which will replenish my hit points or the hit points of an ally, but will give me significant debuffs. And then we've got Apotheosis, which is also a healing ability. And then Harmonic Convergence, which is a buff ability. But all those only affect one unit, so not necessarily going to be the best. And we've got stuff coming for us. Let's see if we can get a couple javelins in on these warhounds. Get our Saurus warriors coming up. Yeah, they're coming straight from my artillery. That's all right. They're going to die pretty quick. We'll just get a Bastiladon in against them. Let's get my Saurus charging up here. My javelins are wrecking those. That's fine. Get my Saurus charging at these guys. All right. The warhounds are routing. All right. Let's get my skink off to the... Well, actually, most of my skinks have no... oh, wait. Those are my Saurus. Here we go. Let's get my skinks off to the flanks here. Can I, like, sneak them back over here? That would be lovely. Okay. This is all good. Let's just get my Bastiladon into combat. And Mazdamundi, let's put Harmonic Convergence there onto this unit of Saurus. I would love for my skinks to be able to kind of get behind here so that I can throw some javelins into their sides, or behind them. Okay. Yep, this whole flank is wrapped up. There we go. Easy victory. As expected, honestly. Let's see if we can get in here and watch some of these units get chased down. Let's go, first of all, make sure everyone's off of guard mode so that they actually chase. Skinks are not great melee combatants, but they are very fast. So there's some benefit there. We'll just try to chase some of these guys down. Here we go. And then I should just be able to kind of zoom in here. And I forget... There is a hotkey for something. Oh, I fast-forwarded it. Yeah, look at him. Look at him just run these guys down. Being chased by a bunch of nasty lizards. Look at that. Yup. Not a good day to be a Norska. That's all right. We'll take the win. So we did all right. 25 losses, basically all of them on our Saurus warriors. That'll get replenished this turn. We'll be able to occupy the settlement and recruit some more units. We should be set. There we go. Take that. Occupy the settlement. And Mazdamundi has leveled up, I'm sure. We want Route Marcher for sure. And then I definitely want Net of Amintok as quickly as possible. So we'll do that. Let's look. We can just get rid of this, I think. I really want the ability to recruit Saurus warriors as quickly as possible. But for now, let's just get some skink cohort, just basic skink cohort. There's no difference between these two units other than the fact that these guys cost a little bit more and they have 3 javelins they can throw. Which, you know, there's something to be said for that. And they are poison javelins. But I think I just want cheap skink cohort for the moment. We got to kind of manage our finances a little bit here. So that should be fine. Also, one thing I do want to do is game settings, don't default guard mode. Because I keep finding myself turning it off every single battle. So let's just leave it off and call it good. All right. Got 2 more Skeggi territories we'll want to take. And then we'll have to decide which way we want to expand. There's a ritual site up here. But I don't think I can reach ooh, I am going to want that. I'm also going to want the Ziggurat of Dawn, though, first, I think. So let's go to right here so we can still recruit a couple more units this turn. We'll get 3 more skink cohort. Hexawaddle, we want... What do we want on Hexawaddle? Probably the skink foraging camp for now? No, actually we want this one, the Underground Lagoon, because that's going to allow us to recruit Saurus Warriors, and since it is a building that goes up to level 4 up here, it does need to be in our capital anyway. So let's do that, and then we'll be able to recruit Saurus Warriors, which are just brutally good mainline infantry, at least in the early game. And we'll come over here, hit the Ziggurat of Dawn, recruit some Saurus Warriors, hopefully. Oh, we got Skaven over here as well. We're going to have to deal with them. Skaven, 1 Saurus Warrior is worth like 4 Skaven units. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's hit this. We're just going to auto-resolve this one, I think. No sense in fighting it when we are obviously going to win. There we go. So we can now issue a commandment. Mazdamundi leveled up again. And I don't think... Now, extended cast range. Curse of the Midnight Wind does have an area of effect. So I think I do want that. And then we'll get Harmonic Convergence. We'll fully upgrade Net of Amantok. I want to get down this line as quickly as possible so we can get to Arcane Conduit. Yeah. And Comet of Cassadora as well as a decent attack spell. This is going to be stuff we're going to want to go down to. This line right here. Runation of Cities is a fairly strong attack. And there's some good stuff. Banishment. Is that it? Bound. Oh, it's a bound spell. That's pretty good. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's get some Saurus Warriors into Mazdamundi's army here. I'd also really like to get a hero of some sort, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, and commandments. Now, commandments as the Lizardmen are actually really interesting. So you see we've got the commandments here, which are, you know, that's pretty par for the course. You got growth, public order, winds of magic research, debuffs against enemies, and, you know, recruitment capacity. But you'll notice to the right of these, there's these little, like, there's these 5 little pips, and this is based on your geomantic web. So this is a mechanic that's unique to the Lizardmen. This is kind of their thing. This is like their gimmick, right? And essentially, you have this geomantic web that connects different provinces, and you can build buildings that upgrade it. And as they get upgraded further and further, the effectiveness of these commandments becomes a lot better. So like this one, for example, by default, the basic strength is 2% income, right? At the highest level, 8% income. You know, like that's a huge difference. And you think about that over the course of your entire empire, when you get into the late game, like that becomes very, very strong and can give you huge income bonuses. So very, very good. Anyway, let's see. You're recruiting. I think we're good. Oh, did I not assign a commandment? I guess not. Oops. There we go. Let's do that one. The one for the growth. I think after we kill off the Skeggi, I mean, I kind of want to kill these guys as well. I think that's probably worth doing. Ensure we build one of those buildings. That's fine. All right, so upgrade this, upgrade this. Give me more gold and all that kind of good stuff. And then I'm basically out of money. We will want to build an old one monument, I think, for public order fairly soon. I'd also really like to get... I can't put walls on it because it's my capital city, so it already has, like, super walls just by default. So I think we'll just leave this be for the moment. Let's start marching Mazdamundi down here, and I'd like to get more Saurus Warriors. How many Saurus Warriors do I have right now? I've got 5. Let's make that 6, and then get 2 more Skink Cohort, just to upgrade this army a little bit further. And then we'll hit this next turn. And it shouldn't have walls because it's a Norska settlement, and Norska settlements don't get walls. So it should be an easy fight for us. And then I want to sweep down and take out these, whoever these guys are. So we can kind of consolidate this little peninsula as ours. Oh, the Skeggi are going to attack them for me. Okay, well that's fine. Send your armies far away. Like, I'm totally good with that. So we'll bring you over here, hit this, and let's actually fight this one. Not sure why I quick save there. I'm going to live with the results of this battle, however it ends up, but regardless, that's fine. The Marauder Horsemen are going to be an issue, because I don't think I have anything that can actually catch up to them. But they're really the only thing that's going to be an issue. These Chaos Marauders I can handle all day long. And we do have a net of Ammontok, actually, so we should be able to net those Marauders, or the Marauder Horsemen. We should be able to net them and kill them that way. And then we've got all of these Skink Cohort over here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go like so. That should be solid. Start the deployment. I'll put my artillery back here. Mazdamundi back here as well. Now, the downside is we're going to be fighting these guys in the woods, which is not exactly the ideal circumstance, but let's start moving them up and walk. My Skink are way faster than Saurus Warriors. So let's get our Saurus Warriors to run. And then we'll get everyone else. All right, we can probably start following up now. Just get these guys going. Okay, Marauder Horseman right here. And right here. All right, hold on. Pause. You give me a net right there. Okay, there we go. They've been netted. Let's get our Saurus Warriors and our Skink in on those missile cavalry. The problem is it's really hard to see, like, any of these guys. But if we can take out these Marauder Horsemen fairly quickly, then I'll be feeling pretty good. Skink Cohort with javelins. Actually, yeah, get them shooting at those. I hate the tree. Actually, you know what? Isn't there an option? Pause for a sec. Hide foliage, always. There we go. Now we can actually see a little bit better. Okay, good. So get these guys charging up. Same goes for these Skink. Get you guys moving up as well. We have pretty much wrecked these Marauder Horsemen. The problem is there's all these, like... Oh, yeah, here they are over here. Okay. So... get you guys to turn. We've pretty much driven all their Marauder Horsemen away. So let's get these guys kind of flooding in over here. I wish I had a proper Vortex spell. Let's get the Bastillodon in. Get Mazdamundi up there. We want to kind of just start charging. Since there's all these Marauders over here. These guys are going to be annoying. Where do I have a Skink? Yeah, you just go and deal with those horsemen. Okay, and then we'll go Mazdamundi. Curse of the Midnight Wind, and I'm just going to throw that down like right there. And that's going to significantly debuff a lot of these units. Minus 30 armor, minus 26 melee attack. Like, that's pretty huge. Bring these Saurus Warriors back. There's no point in letting them do their thing. Might as well throw the last couple javelins that we have. Who's sitting back here still? This unit of Saurus warriors. Get you guys moving up. It's so hard to see, like, anything with all the forest, but I think that's kind of the whole point. It seems like we're doing pretty good. Can we chase those guys off? Let's get Mazdamundi moved up again. And I will want to do another Curse of the Midnight Wind when it becomes available. Get the Saurus warriors charging in over here on these Chaos Marauders. Oh, their general's over here. All right. Where's my Bastiladon? Get you guys that aren't fighting anymore moving up. You guys charge. See if we can deal with those stupid Chaos Marauder horsemen who are incredibly annoying. I thought I took all of you off of guard mode. Okay, there's still quite a few enemies over here. Let's do another Curse of the Midnight Wind over here. Just kind of help with that. Okay. Mazdamundi is not a melee combatant, so he's going to struggle to take on some of these, like this general. But he's got the Bastiladon to back him up and a lot of infantry to back him up too, so I think he'll be okay. Come on, Saurus warriors, get down here. Hit these guys. Looks like they are mostly routing. With my Saurus warriors doing most of the heavy lifting, of course. Yep, there we go. Did we kill their general? Not quite. Let's actually see. No, don't do that. Don't get everybody off of these units. I want to chase at least some of these units down so we can actually bring you guys over here. Want to chase at least some of these units down. Oh, he's still stuck in this blob. That's unfortunate for him. But if we chase him down, we'll get him off the battlefield. At least in an ideal circumstance. Temple guards. Okay. There we go. Get these skink cohort charging into the sides and back of these Chaos Marauders. Give us a nice little flank there. Their general is still not dead somehow. There we go. Now they're all running. They're done. And this was a battle for a settlement, so we don't need to chase everything down. Decisive victory. Not bad, not bad. So there we go. Who did well? Our Saurus warriors got a good chunk of kills. Mazdamundi got no kills, but he's a mage. He's not really, like, if he's going to get kills in a battle, it's not going to be from him being in combat. At least not until he gets, like, his super Triceratops mount. His, like, Ancient Stegodon, I think it's called. But until that point, we're going to try and keep him out of a melee fight. So we want to get him some actual, like, damaging spells. I'm going to take Skeggi and occupy it. So that should basically be the end of the Skeggi. They still have, like, one little unit up here, but that's fine. Let's upgrade the Ziggurat first. Some of these units are going to need replenishing. We have 2 skill points to spend. I think we probably want to go... that's not ranked until rank 20 that becomes available. So let's go here on Curse of the Midnight Wind and then Evasion. I want to get to Comet of Cassadora as quickly as possible. Yeah. Yep, that's what we're going to want to do. That way he'll actually be useful in a fight, whereas right now he's really not. He's just kind of there. Although he's somewhat useful for his buffs, but that's about it. We should also check and just see if I can get like a trade agreement going with anyone. Now, Clan, nah, definitely don't want a trade agreement with them, and I don't want a trade agreement with the New World colonies either, because I'm about to come and beat up on them. We want to kill the New World colonies so I can take this area for myself, as much as I like them, or as much as they don't dislike me. Ah, he is attacking? Ah, he's besieging. Okay, well, this will be easy enough. Let's just fight him. There we go, and I think we will go with the unit experience. Try and level up these units a little bit. Come down here, finish these guys off. Same thing, unit experience. There we go. And then we will bring you all back and put you in Skeggi so you can properly replenish. And now we have 4 skill points to spend. So I definitely want Comet of Cassadora and the upgraded version. Shield of Sapphire is pretty good. Exorcism is only good against undead, and I'm not really fighting any undead at the moment. I'm thinking magic resistance, Wind of Magic Power Reserve. I'm thinking we'll maybe go Arcane Unforging, even though I'm never really going to use that realistically. Yeah, there's no way I'd spend 20 wins in might as well just get Exorcism. Because the big thing is we want to get Arcane Conduit. So this is all fine. Okay. And Skeggi are destroyed. So after we replenish, we're going to want to attack these guys. I think I should also get another Lord. So let's recruit a Lord. And we're looking for preferably one with campaign movement range. But I don't see one like that. So I guess we will just go this guy's hero self-defense, maybe? And this is basically just going to be a treasure hunter. That's all he's going to do, is run around looking for treasure. Because that can be a very significant thing in the early game. And we definitely want to start building, doing this to buff up our Saurus warriors. Because the Saurus warriors are essentially going to be like the backbone of our military. All of our stacks, basically for the entire game, are going to have at least a reasonable amount of Saurus warriors in them. Let's do an old one monument there. And then, you know what? Temporarily, we'll build the growth and replenishment one, just so we can build up this area a little faster. But we do need the public order. And I want to take out the New World colonies down here before they get crazy. Because if left unchecked, they can expand to like all of this, and then they're kind of a pain. So I don't want to deal with that. I would much rather just kind of leave them on their own, or much rather just kind of wipe them out quickly. Potion of Toughness is actually very good. Want to start grabbing up some of these treasures. Magical items, obviously, very useful for us. Honestly, the Potion of Toughness is better. It's a healing item. So if Mazdamundi ever gets in a really bad spot, he can heal up a little. And that's quite good. I'm in range of Port Reaver right now. I'd kind of like to make it over here. And let's just combine. Let's just merge some of these skink cohort. And then I can't really afford... Well, let's see. We're at 4... I could afford 2 more Saurus warriors, but I'd be running on a little bit of a deficit. Maybe we do 3 more skink cohort with javelins? Just temporarily? We want to upgrade that as well. And then we'll come down and hit Port Reaver, like, immediately. We want to take these guys out as quickly as possible. Or we're going to have problems dealing with them later. I want to consolidate this little chunk of land right here under our own rule. Preferably before other nasty stuff happens. No, I don't want a non-aggression pact with you. I'm about to wipe you out, you jerks. And then we got dark elves up here as well, which is a little bit of a problem. Melee attack or melee defense? I think I would rather have the melee attack increase over the melee defense. Barely, but I think that's the case. Okay, that's a level 3 thing, so let's just go the skink foraging camp for the moment. Okay, you swing down here and grab that. A little bit of money, very helpful. And then we're going to bring you to right here and just let you chill right here. We're going to hit Port Reaver on the next turn. Hexawaddle should be able to defend itself against these guys if they decide to attack me up here. So I should be okay. And we could upgrade that. I think that's probably worth it. But then after we take out these guys, then we'll wipe out all these Skaven that are kind of around us. Non-aggression pact, yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. Okay, so spawn... Oh, actually, give me the Saurus Scar Veteran, for sure. A hero, actually very, very useful. We will have him meet up with us over here, I think. I'm just going to start moving him that way. And we are going to come and hit Port Reaver. And wow, that's a lot of stuff. Most of it junk, but that is a lot of enemies. Okay, that's fine though. So let's go ahead and fight this. They don't really have anything I'm too worried about. I mean, Saurus warriors will eat Empire swordsmen and spearmen for lunch. The crossbowmen and the general obviously is an issue, but I think we should be fine here. Although I don't like this map, because this map just basically takes all strategy and tosses it completely away. I will gamble, hopefully get more favorable winds of magic, and it does the opposite. Of course it does. Okay, well, that's fine. Maybe what we should do, let's try maybe coming up through the woods. Oh, oops. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's assemble our formation over here so we can actually see it. Temple guards in the middle. Good. All right. You are group 1. We've got skink skirmishers. We'll put them kind of out front. You guys will be group 2. A skink cohort in back, forming... Wait. Group. There we go. That's better. So we'll do this, and then we can move this whole entire formation right up to the very edge like this, and get you guys moving up and walk for the moment to maintain your formation. We're going to start seeing Empire units fairly soon. I'm sure they're in this little grove, but there's no sense in charging until then. Yeah, there we go. All right, they're coming out at me. So let's get you guys. Oh no, run. Thank you. Actually, pause for a sec. Javelin skinks, fall back. You guys, hard group and charge. Skink cohort, I actually kind of want to divide you guys into 2 groups. So we'll get this group to kind of come off over to this side, and this group to kind of come off over to that side. Get the Bastiladon going straight up the middle. Mazdamundi right here, and actually, give me a net, like right about there. There we go. So that's going to take away the charge bonus from a lot of these guys. Okay. You guys come over here and hit these archers. There we go. Mazdamundi, where you at? Pause for a sec. There's a very nice blob. I'm trying to see the best spot to throw down a Comet of Cassadora. That's a very nice blob as well. What are these? Spearmen, swordsmen. Kind of thinking like right about here. Get the Bastillodon charging in there. Give me Curse of the Midnight Wind, Harmonic Convergence. Oh, I don't have enough Winds of Magic for that. Tell you what, let's actually go like this instead. Let's do a Curse of the Midnight Wind right there. Okay, you guys get over here, get into these archers. You guys come over here. Pause. We've still got Skink Cohort charging over here, so you guys come hit these dudes in the back. You guys get into the crossbowmen, and you guys come over here as well. Bring my Skink up. Try and get a little crossfire going at these lines. I'm not sure where... why? Oh, I see. All right. Yeah. This is fine. Okay, get into their archers. Turn around, get into their archers. I didn't mean to draw you off. Where's Mazdamundi? Right here? Okay, that's fine. You guys shoot at that blob. Shoot over here. Still waiting on a little bit more from Mazdamundi. I think we've mostly shut down their archers, which is good. My Bastillodon's over here just beating stuff up. Don't quite have enough yet for another, for a Comet of Cassadora, but we'll dump that right in here in a minute. Okay, these guys are busted, so let's send that over. All right, there we go. Comet of Cassadora right here. Drop one right there in the middle of all that. That should do some work once it actually hits. It does have a super long, like, warm-up period. There we go. Oh, I think that actually kind of hit some of my own guys as well. But we've broken this flank apart. So come up here and hit this, because that's basically where the rest of the battle is happening. Okay. You guys get back into their archers. You get into these archers right here. Those archers need to be dealt with. I don't have enough for another Curse of the Midnight Wind, but that's fine for now. Actually, come up here and get into these handgunners. Those dudes are a huge threat. We are winning this, though, for sure. Come on, give me another Curse of the Midnight Wind. Saurus Warriors, come up here and hit these crossbowmen. Get the Skink charging up there. Actually, both of these. You guys come up here. Okay. They're all running. The problem is that, like, we're kind of spread all over the place, and it's hard to see, like, what's what. But we're okay. Let's get you guys moving up as well. Actually, you swing over here and help kill these. Oh, that's the general. No wonder I'm having some issues. Okay, come and hit them. I mean, most of their units are just straight up running away at this point. Skink Cohort chase after the handgunners. This Skink Cohort chase after those crossbowmen. All right, they have broken for good. Bring you guys over into here. Get up here and attack these guys. Okay, dump you over into this. Actually, no. Take out these enemies right here. All these fleeing enemies, they need to go. There we go. We won. They've broken. And again, that was in a settlement, so this army is done. Very nice. Our Saurus warriors wrecked stuff. Actually, our skink cohort did some of these units did pretty well as well. Over 100 kills on some of these skink cohort. Nothing from Mazdamundi. Apparently that Comet of Casadora really didn't do anything. But nonetheless, that was beautiful. We rocked it. And we wiped out this entire little army here, which is going to be quite huge for us. And I think I actually want to loot and occupy this one. Not because I need the money, but because it'll give me some replenishment. And I actually kind of need the replenishment. Okay, so give me Arcane Conduit for sure. And then let's go reserves. I want to start kind of working down this one, although it's going to be a while before we can actually get to the really good stuff. So now we'll probably start going down like this red line here to start buffing up some of those units a little bit. We can upgrade that. Swamp Town. Tiny garrison.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we should be able to hit that pretty easily as well. And then once we have this whole little... Oh, I totally forgot about that guy. Oh well, that's fine. Once we have this little area under our control, we'll be in a pretty good spot. There we go. We have research to technology. Quest successful. That's all good. The other thing we should maybe do with you is kind of bring you down this way and have you kind of stick to the coastline to uncover more factions that I might actually be able to trade with. That would also potentially be a very good idea. And you... What do I not need in this army? Let's get rid of this. Let's see. Let's bring you down here, because I want to hit this next turn. Let's get rid of this regular skink cohort. Put this Saurus Scar veteran in there. So we now have a hero, and he can actually act as my melee lord killer, which is going to be very important for us. I also want the growth. Port Reaver, this province is going to have pretty bad public order for now, but that's fine. Once we take this, we'll be able to kind of start consolidating things, and we should be fine. We'll end the turn. Sending full armies. Where are they sending full armies? I don't know. Clan Skyer? That's a Skaven clan of some sort. Monolith of the Fallen Gods. Upgrade that. Bring you down. Hit Swamp Town. And... what's our map look like? Another forest map. Let's just auto-resolve it. Lost a couple skink cohort, but that's fine. And I'm just going to occupy this. So we now own this whole thing. They escaped with one general who's barely alive, who is no threat. And then I guess we'll just start kind of going down this red line here. Buff up my Saurus warriors in this army. Unfortunately, I can't actually recruit anything here yet, but we'll get there. And growth. And you can see this is actually a little bit better now because it's on the second one. That means that we control these two. So they kind of like boost each other for the geomantic web, which is kind of it's kind of cool how this thing works. It's a little confusing, but it makes sense. Essentially, just remember that, like, upgrade buildings and you'll be fine. Oh, hello. Vampire Coast over here. That's fine. We're not going to be dealing with Vampire Coast for a long time, so no big deal. But we have consolidated our power on this peninsula. So now we get to kill Skaven to because all these runes, presumably, yeah, you're just dead. All of these runes are presumably held by Skaven. At least that's what I would assume. Okay. So we need to occupy the mirror pool of Tapak. That's up here. We're gonna have to deal with that for sure. New World colonies are gone. Let's upgrade Skeggi. Our Saurus Old Blood has also leveled up. I think we'll do that. Bring you up to Hexawaddle. I can afford... what do we want to do here? I think we'll do this, and let's actually recruit... I kind of like to recruit some skink skirmishers. Their missile damage is kind of terrible, but they're not horrible. But I'm kind of thinking we might be better off with some more Saurus warriors. And again, skink skirmishers are cheap. So why don't we do this? Let's get 2 more Saurus warriors. And then we'll get rid of one of these guys. What's the difference here, melee attack? Not big. So these guys are still basically functional in the same way. Their melee defense is even worse, but we'll get 1 regular skink skirmisher. I'd like to have like 4 skink skirmishers in this little army. Regular skink. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that. But the Saurus warriors are going to be more important because pound for pound against Skaven, which are going to be what we're going to be fighting very shortly. One Saurus warrior, as I said earlier in the episode, is worth like 4 Skaven units. Like, it's worth like 4 units of clan rats. It's just absurd how good they are compared to Skaven. So the more Saurus warriors we have, the better. And we're going to start kind of working our way up, taking out some of these different provinces here. But like Chotek's Causeway is probably going to be the first one we'll hit. Although maybe... Yeah, let's do that. We'll just kind of take what we can. I'm almost positive that these are all going to be swimming in Skaven. So that's going to be a thing. Swamp Town we will upgrade. We also have to get our public order under control down here. In a big way. Where are you? Right here? Still really not seeing any treasures, unfortunately. But we'll get there. Well, we're trying to uncover the map. These are all potential trade partners as well. It's important to remember that he's not just there to uncover stuff, but also to potentially grab some gold. And actually, Mazdamundi, speaking of gold, let's grab that. And then we'll garrison you in Swamp Town for a minute. And you leveled up, which is lovely. So give me this to buff up those Saurus warriors even more. Our Saurus warriors are even tougher than they were. We'll want to get Saurus warriors with shields eventually, but right now we just can't really afford, like, anything. Our money problem is very real at the moment. That will help. A little bit of a trade agreement. They're getting a lot more out of it than I am, but it's still a trade agreement. It's a tiny amount of money. It's something. Research rate, recruitment cost. Yeah, give me the research rate. Why not? And we're not going to be doing a whole lot of recruiting here pretty soon. We'll just keep going down this little line right here. That will help. And you know what? I don't think these guys can raid. Yeah, we can't raid at all. So if this is going to rebel, which is going to happen here in a minute. Ooh, although that rebellion's going to happen over here by Skeggi. Should have thought of that. But that's all right. That's fine. Going to happen over there. We'll crush the rebellion. It'll give us some experience, and more importantly, it'll give us a little bit in the way of... Oh, there was a treasure right there. That's all right. That's fine. Star Tower. Isn't Teclis around here? No. I'm thinking of the Vortex, or the Mortal Empires campaign. That's fine. Okay. keep flying through these. We're doing okay. Plan is to crush the rebellion and then deal with the Skaven. Because otherwise we're just going to have rebellions happening back here, and we can't afford that. All right. Recruitment cost for Saurus warriors. Might as well bring that down. All right, so they are raiding. Skeggi should have walls, right? Yes, it does. So Skeggi will be able to hold them off. We definitely want the public order building there. Start bringing you over this way. I would love to be able to get a skink chief. What else do we have? Let's look at our building browser here. So we've got cold one. This is like my cavalry, these cold one units. They're okay. The problem is they're very slow for cavalry. Like 66 speed. Like there are some Skaven infantry units that are almost that fast. So speed-wise, they're not great. But they do hit fairly hard. We could also go with Pterodon Riders, which are flying units, but not great ones. I think we will go upgrade the Monolith of the Fallen Gods first so we can get this level 3 skink building. There we go. Although we are now almost completely out of money. So that's a little bit of an issue, but it's fine. Might as well grab this treasure. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit more money. Nah, not really. No more money, but gave us a magical item. Speaking of which, we should check Mazdamundi and just see what he's got here. So that should probably go onto my Saurus Scar Veteran. This Horn of Kygor. And honestly, well, that can probably stay on Mazdamundi. All right. And you have no more movement, so let's end the turn. So he's probably going to attack, start sieging Skeggi. At least that's my hope. Sacrifice them. Winds of Matter Power Reserve. I mean, sure. I'm going to go to war with Clan Gnaw in a little bit anyway, so who cares if I've got good diplomatic relations with them? Not me. That will give us a little bit to trade. That's useful. And then you, let's start going... Wow, 38 melee attack? That's horrendous. Let's start putting in a Blade Master so you can actually hit stuff when you attack. Saurus, Scar Veteran. Is this raid not happening anymore? Skeggi should be... Okay. I guess there's no more rebellion going on. So let's just crush this guy right now. I don't think there's really any point in fighting it. And we will take the... We'll take that. And now he's going to run all the way over there where I can't get to him anymore. Because of course he is, because he's a jerk. I dislike that. That's fine. Weapon melee, that could be good for buffing up our skinks a little bit. I also wouldn't mind going down this province right here, or this whole line as well. Get Renowned and Fear, get casualty replenishment. That could be good to do sooner rather than later too. I also want to make sure we can get to Runation of Cities as quickly as possible. So I think we'll go... Let's buff up our skink units a little, since we have them. That's probably the best course of action. Hexawaddle, we can build some stuff now, except we can't afford any of it, so disregard. Unless you find more treasure on this turn, and that does not look exceptionally likely. Oh, there's one of the skulls. That'll be 10,000 gold. Okay. That will be well worth it. So we'll end the turn. Hopefully this raid will not, like, attack one of my other provinces. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I will do nothing because I don't want corruption all over my provinces. That's just a terrible plan. We will upgrade Port Reaver. I will come down and destroy you. So you're now dead. I'll take the experience for my units, which is, you know, semi-valuable. And then that should basically take care of our public order problems in this province. Although I might as well garrison you in Port Reaver. That'll boost the public order a little bit more. Mazdamundi. We'll go there. Oh, yeah, we're now past level 10, so now we're going to get 1 skill point every other turn and 2 skill points every other. So it's like, when I was talking about that skill point mod, it like tapers off the higher you get, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, we'll do Enforcer of Order. Buff up the weapon strength. You swing over here and give me this. That is incredibly important. Okay, so that's good. And then I think as far as the armor goes, I kind of want to put that onto my Saurus Scar Veteran because he's actually going to be in combat. Whereas Mazdamundi is going to be staying as far out of combat as I can make him. So we'll do that. We'll put the Trickster's Helm on my Saurus Scar Veteran, since he's actually going to be fighting. And now we've got 10,000 gold. So now we can build some stuff. So we want to go here, upgrade the gold mine. We want to build the beast layer so we can get dinosaurs. And we want to build other things too, but we can't afford them. So for the moment, I mean, then again, you know what we could do is just maybe we throw down a Skink Favelas temporarily. That's 180 gold. It's not a ton, but it's something. And it'll help us kind of get stuff off the ground. But I think that is a good place to end off this first episode, guys. We have consolidated most of this little peninsula here. We still got to take some of these guys and wipe out some Skaven and stuff, but we're getting there. We're doing okay. And I hope you are as excited for this Mazdamundi campaign as I am. I'm enjoying it immensely. I think the Lizardmen are a very cool faction. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.